Welcome to Allies or Enemies. This time, we are talking about one of our favorite genres of games, roll and writes. A little while back, we did a top 10, but since then, we have picked up at least a dozen more that have found their way into regular rotation. So we thought it was time to add to the list here with another top 10 of more terrific roll and write, flip and write, flick and write, just generally, and write games.
Number 10, Riverside. A late 2021 release. This is the newest game on the list, so we're still learning the ropes, but we like what we have seen so far. In Riverside, players are taking a cruise through a Scandinavian-style winter wonderland and dropping off passengers along the way. The boat is shared, as are the dice, but which dice you choose each round will quickly create very different paths, open special bonuses, and create combos on combos. This is a classic, satisfying box checker with a nice theme and some cool twists.
Number 9, Demeter. There are few better themes than space dinosaurs, and even if the space part is only vaguely present in Demeter, the dinosaur part is on full display. Demeter is a flip and write in which players will choose one of 5 cards each turn for 12 turns, discovering, researching, and observing dinosaurs. There are a lot of paths to victory here, especially with the various objective cards. And when our biggest complaint is that it feels a bit short, that is a pretty good sign.
Number 8, Rolling Realms. Each round of Rolling Realms features 3 of 11 possible realms, all based on various Stonemaier games and all with their own mini rules on using whatever numbers come up on the 2 hefty dice. The trick of it is figuring out how to use the realms on hand to create shared bonuses and combo with each other. The system does have a bit of an initial rules overhead, but with that comes maybe the most variability of any game on this list, and that is only going to increase as promo cards keep getting added to the game.
Number 7, Explorers. Phil Walker Harding is the king of the lightweight games, so it is no surprise that he has created another excellent flip and write with Explorers. Explorers has players charting maps in an ever-spreading web of discovery as they hunt for food, gems, keys, and lost temples. Each turn, one player flips one of the map cards, deciding on a terrain type for themselves and a different one for their opponents. There is something about crossing off squares on a map that is just inherently satisfying, and that is certainly the case here.
Number 6, Welcome to the Moon. The original Welcome to is still one of our top all-time flip and write games, and while the first sequel, Welcome to New Las Vegas, didn't quite tick all the boxes, Welcome to the Moon goes way above and beyond expectations, with 8 different maps, all with their own rules that can be played either as one-offs or as part of a larger campaign experience that adds new cards and twists as you go. The genius part here is that all 8 maps manage to share a kind of internal logic while also being both very different and equally fun to play pretty much across the board.
Number 5, Harvest Dice. Sometimes less is more, as is certainly the case with the smallest box and simplest game on this list. Harvest Dice has players roll and then draft a bunch of vegetable dice, drawing veggies into their garden along the way. It is ultra simple, ultra fast, and probably the biggest pleasant surprise for us of any game on this list. We never would guess that 2021 would be the year that we got weirdly good at drawing cartoon carrots.
Number 4, Sonora. In recent years, game designers have been pushing what the and write genre can include, but perhaps none have gone as mad science as Sonora and its Frankensteining of a light crokinole-ish flicking game and 4 different desert-themed boards all mushed into one. First, you flick your numbers into different sections, then you use those numbers to fill your boards, create combos, and score points. The end result is a surprisingly smooth mishmash that meshes the heads-down solo experience of roll and writes with some pretty cutthroat flicking.
Number 3, Dinosaur Island Roar and Write. While roll and write games are generally seen as quick fillers, the ridiculously named Roar and Write is definitely a full experience game. This is one of the heaviest games in the genre, and it does a pretty terrific job of boiling down what we love about Dinosaur Island into a roll and write experience that actually rivals the original game. Players are rolling DNA dice, hiring specialists, creating dinosaurs, building buildings, and trying their best not to have people eaten over 6 turns of pretty intense and very thinky game. We'll come back to this in a second, but we kind of love this new breed of heavy roll and write games.
Number 2, Trails of Tucana. The key to a terrific light roll and write, or in this case flip and write, is to find a super simple system that can be explained in a minute, but that doesn't lose its luster even after a bunch of plays, and that is very much Trails of Tucana. Each turn, players flip 2 cards showing regions and then draw a line on their sheets connecting 2 adjacent regions matching those. The point is to create connecting paths on their map both to exits and to bonuses. Within this simple premise is a world of pre-planning, risk management, and push your luck, and yelling at the poor person flipping cards for drawing yet another sand to sand when all you need is forest to mountain, and then goofily pumping your fist like you just won the Stanley Cup when forest to mountain comes up the next round.
Number 1, Hadrian's Wall. While many roll and writes are trying to create a quick, addictive experience, Hadrian's Wall uses the medium of paper and pencil to create a very deep, fairly heavy, and definitely full gaming experience. Between the 2 sheets and a handful of wooden meeples you use each turn, there is a world of possibilities. Selling goods, hiring guards, building buildings, temples, and theaters, fighting in the arena, Hadrian's Wall doesn't just give the opportunity to create combos, it immerses you in them. This is a heads-down brain burner of a puzzle that will make you lose all concept of time.
And that is it. Please check out the first video if you haven't seen that to find 10 more great roll and write or flip and write games. And if there's any that we missed, please let us know in the comments. Also, please do like and subscribe, and hopefully we will see you all next time for another game.